here with your live show. We're live 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Of course, doing free picks.
Yeah.
Forgot to hit the record button. But anyways, hi, it's Mitch. Good morning. It's Monday. Got a little case of the Mondays there. It happens. Just Major League Baseball today after a pretty fun weekend. It was fun to have different sports. You know, we didn't have a ton. We just had a taste of college football. Of course, we had NFL football. We have, this week is the beginning of college football. So it's going to be a good week. And we have new format of our show for the weekends coming up. We have new cappers joining us as well. Going to mix it up here. So really excited about everything that's going on. And we will we'll get it. We always do. So anyways, Brian, how's it going today? It seems like you're having a rough morning over there.
I had a winning night last night, but today hasn't been so good. I've been rushing around ever since I looked up and I saw my kid had to be on the bus in 3 minutes. I have had a rough time since then. So computer's not working, lots of stuff malfunctioning.
Well, we had, the person that works with me. I have a lot of calls scheduled today. It's just that time of year. So the person that does a lot of the stuff with me, we had a call scheduled and it's for 5:30 a.m. Hawaii time. They thought the call was at 5:30 a.m. their time. They're in Chicago. So it is that kind of day, It is that kind of day. Anyways, I'm just trying to get everything together here. I've been working behind the scenes trying to change some of the things that we do on the show is, always try and bring things forward. So we will get it all together. It's going to be a little bit of work in progress, but it's a good day to kind of work on things because not a lot going on. So I just can't seem to, it's like I lost something here, but I guess we'll just figure it out. There it is. It was this I lost. I know it looked strange. But yeah, yesterday was kind of an odd day. The dogs were biting. I knew I was dead on the Diamondbacks. I said it right after the show, and it was one of those things like if I had a chance to bail on a pick, that would have been the one that I did, that I wanted to bail. I told Rod, Rod and I both knew it. We knew we were dead, man. So it happens.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the Falcons? So I didn't bet the game, but I just felt really stupid for not betting it when. So the Browns are up by 3. The line is 6, and Josh Rosen is playing quarterback for the Falcons. It's just like you just want to bet everything you own, right? It's like you just want to jump through the TV and you're just mad at yourself, You're like, how could I have missed this opportunity of a lifetime? It's like, is there a better situation than being down by 3? The other team has the ball and Josh Rosen is their quarterback and they're inside their own territory. It's like, you're going to win, right? You're going to win 100% of the time. There's no such thing as a sure thing except for that.
Those numbers weren't bad yesterday, though.
He stinks, Brian.
So 9-18 for 120, 1 touchdown and no picks.
Let me tell you a little bit about Josh Rosen, okay? He stinks.
I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying yesterday he wasn't the cause of the loss, I don't think.
No, I'm not saying he was the cause of the loss, but he was the cause of the non-cover for the Falcons.
He stinks.
For sure. He was 100% the reason why the Falcons didn't cover.
I mean, the Bengals game really got me upset.
Well, you just can't go against the best team in football. That's really what it comes down to,
It's like the Patriots game, too, that the Giants cover. Get out of here.
Oh, those are my type of covers. But
nah, that was horse crap.
I never have the blowout win. Mine's always the lucky win.
There was no blowout win. They were taking a knee. They got a first down and took a knee. The Patriots took a knee.
I never say lucky win.
Absolutely ridiculous.
I never say lucky win. I never say any of those things. And I think that was just if the back door is open, if you leave the back door open, then you're open to the backdoor cover. It's not a lucky win. It is what it is. And it's like I've always said that. It's like I don't complain when I get the backdoor, and I certainly don't complain when I get backdoor. It's just part of the thing, part of it, you know.
I finished up the preseason 9-8-1.
So you battled back. You had a slow start to the preseason, so.
Yeah, I finished out 6-2. So, but it's not anything I'm crowing about. But at least I didn't damage myself going in the regular.
I didn't put in any picks for the final preseason games for the final weekend. I think if I would have, I probably would have been a little bit ahead of the games that I liked, the most. But really, I didn't see any reason to. I didn't know who was playing what, and I think there's just a lot of opportunity this weekend in college football already. I think there is, and just looking at the odds, and there's some lines that are right around the number that I'm going to get in early. I see one that is right at a key number that it's like I got to get it now. Well, I don't think it's going to matter because I think it's a blowout either way.
Well, I think I know which game you're thinking about. I'm going to guess it was Minnesota and Ohio State.
No, well, that one I really like, but the one that I really like, 14. The team that I think is going to get slaughtered, rhymes with Lempel, and it's. I mean, this is the mismatch of mismatches. You got 20 returning starters on one side. It's like the Monty Python. You've been selected to play the Masters today. Last time Shiano was at Rutgers, it was a 5-year rebuild plan. This time, I don't think it's going to take quite that long. And 20 returning starters against, well, I think Temple, you got to give them a pass on last year because, so someone said my mic was low compared to you guys. So I'll turn it up a little bit. But anyways, I think you give Temple a pass last year because they started in kind of the middle of the season. They had all those cancellations, right? So they started like in the middle of October, but they won one game. They were absolutely horrible. Horrible.
I remember the old days at Temple when they used to play like Miami, and Miami would beat them like 56-3 or 56-6. Back when I used to bet heavy favorites. But Temple's improved their football program.
No, they stink.
Yeah, they stink.
They used to be worse.
We're going to go to Major League Baseball, and we will. We're going to try some different things here than we've done in the past. So as far as I don't know, but as far as the show, we're just going to start playing around here and see what we can do. But anyways, let's just get going. Let's get rocking on the schedule. I'll worry about my other stuff. If we mess it up, we'll mess it up, and we'll get better at it. I just want to try and get the show better because we do have a new show, it's coming up. I'm really excited about those. Anyways, go to Major League Baseball. We've got 11 games today. We got afternoon action here, Detroit and Minnesota. We got Cincinnati and St. Louis. Those two games are a little bit earlier. And then Washington, Philly. We'll go to Brian. What do you think of these three?
I got burned by the Phillies yesterday, but I think Wheeler's a little bit overpriced here on the road against the Nationals with a good young pitcher on the mound. I'm going to take a shot with the Nationals on plus money. I'm going to put the same bet on the St. Louis Cardinals at plus 175. I'm not a big Lester guy, but the way Castillo's been looking over the last half dozen games or so, I think the Cardinals have a good shot to win this game. So I'll put $100 on the Cardinals and $100 on the Nationals. I think I'll come out ahead.
Rod, we take it to you.
Not for me. And out of those three, I like the under in the Phillies and the Nationals game. It opened at 8, it's up to 8.5. They're begging to take the over. Give me the under 8.5 in that one. I think Wheeler holds the Nationals down a little bit. Joshua Gray's been pitching pretty good. So give me the under 8.5. Phillies, Nationals.
So these guys are saying there's an echo on these guys. Not sure. Is anybody else hearing that? Because I don't hear it here.
I don't hear it, but
I do.
when I turn
the show on, I can hear it.
All right. So
because I normally mute the show and then I just go with our sound, but I just unmuted it and yeah, I sound echoey. It was like, hello.
All right. I can fix it. No problem. I believe now it shouldn't be echoing.
Testing.
No, for Rod. Try Rod. Rod, speak. Not helping.
Okay, I'm checking.
Not helping. You got to speak.
Test. Mic test. 1, 2. 1, 2. Hey, 1, 2.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to help me here. Anyways.
Speak. What's that? I don't understand.
Anyways, for me in these games, I'm gonna go with I like Detroit in the early one. I think it's a little bit of a square-ish Bittler type play, so I'm probably not going to be rushing to the window to bet it. But I think for me, that's the one that that kind of jumps off the page for me. So that's the one that I'm going to. Anyways, we go back to the next set of games here. We're gonna fix that. Anyways, we go to the next set of games, and we've got the Orioles and the Blue Jays, the Red Sox and the Rays, and the Rangers and the Rockies. We'll go to Rod first. Go ahead, Rod.
For me in that one.
I can't hear you. There you go. Go now. Sorry.
For me in these ones, I like the Rays here. Rays have been beating up on Boston all year. So give me the Rays over Boston. I think they usually handle Boston. Boston's they're desperate and trying to get wins. Let Rays won't try to do that at home here. Give me the Rays over the Red Sox in that one. And the Jays, I think the Jays get the win. I can't. It's laying odds and runs. It's like Robbie Ray. I've seen Robbie Ray implode sometimes. So in that one, I'm going to take Baltimore plus the 1.5. I think they got a good shot to keep it within 1 run. Nice plus odds in that one. Robbie Ray at minus 300. Anybody said that at the beginning of the year, he'd be like, wow, Robbie Ray at 300? No way. But because he's having a good year, he's worth 300? Yeah, no. Give me the Orioles plus the 1.5.
Well, it's probably a combination of Robbie Ray's good season and the Orioles' bad season, and Chris Ellis being pretty bad starting option. But
well, Brian, what do you like here?
Yeah, for me in those games, and later on today, I'd like to take a closer look at the Boston Red Sox Tampa Bay, probably on the VIP show. Amongst the other games, I think the Texas Rangers are an opportunity here at plus 135 or so. You get A.J. Alexy on the mound. If you look at his minor league numbers this season, he's 3-1, 1.66 ERA. Has a respectable whip of 1.02. If you go back and look over his entire career in the minors, he's been pretty good. He's been a pretty good pitcher here. So I'm going to take the Texas Rangers. And we know the Rockies' record on the road. You know they have like 17 wins all season. So I'll take the Rangers here plus money at home.
For me, I just think that, like Rod said, just a huge price here on the Jays. And I think, they're okay in this spot, but minus 333 just not in my vocabulary at this point in my life, and it's not something I really want to do. I think there's a good chance of the over in that Red Sox Rays game. I think that both these pitchers are the type of pitchers that kind of more rely on the run support, and I think they probably get it. So I think there's going to be some of that going on here as well. So I like the over in that one. I think it's odd that you see the Rockies as this big favorite, right, on the road in Texas. It's just an odd number here because they're such a bad road team, 17-48. That's 31 under 500 for those some quick math. And yet they're minus 145. It's almost like they're trying to bait into believing that they're a legitimate road team here. in my video I gave out the Rockies, but I'm less than enthusiastic about them. You know, the more I look at it, it just seems like maybe it's a little bit of a one of those, you know, head fake type things, because Alexi's not horrible. You know, he's he's young, so he's just one of those guys that, you know, who knows what you're going to get. But sometimes, you know, you catch lightning in a bottle. He's pitched a lot in the minors, so, and 1.66 ERA over 65 innings in the minor league. So he could be, you know, this could be like, hey, remember when we got this guy at plus?
Yeah, exactly. You got to pay attention to these times when you're with these pitchers for next year.
Yeah, not only for next year, it's that we could possibly get good prices now, you know, on them. So I said Rockies in the video, but gotta say, I think I might be switching teams there and going on the Rangers, which is why you watch the live show. You know, because it's like sometimes things are just a little bit clearer in the light of day. I think this is one of those cases. I mean, the Rockies are no prize, especially on the road. Anyways, we go to what are you guys selling today segment. And we'll start with Brian as I work on this. Go ahead, Brian.
Yep, for me, I got my Monday night money shot 3-pack off a winning day yesterday. We're going to try to follow it up with another winning day today. I got 3 Major League Baseball plays I like, and make sure you check them out. And we also have college football right around the corner. Make sure you check out our college football season passes. Mine's on sale, and the VIP show, always the best bargain in handicapping.
And for me, I've got
you kind of jumped the gun there. We'll talk later. But anyways, go ahead. You're up now. It's like I'm switching the screen around, so it's kind of like
sorry.
I'm a little slow because I just decided I was going to do this like 5 minutes before the show started, instead of course planning it out like everyone else does and getting nice little frames and everything together for everybody before the show. So I'm kind of figuring it out as I go. So that's why, like, if I throw it to you, it means I got you. You know, so it's like I just wanted to get your name on the screen. So that's what I was working on. But go ahead, I got you now. You're up, you're good.
I was jumping again.
It's okay. We'll work on this. We'll get frames. I have frames. We'll do the whole thing. We'll do just like everybody else. We'll fancy it up. We'll screw the whole thing up.
And for me, it's I got a nice 30-star MLB birdcage. I'm excited to kickstart the week of winter with these 3 best bets. Perfect opportunity to smack your bookie and grab that cash. Jump aboard. 3 best bets I absolutely love. I've even parlayed these up. I'm that confident in these 3. Love these 3 bets today. Kick off a good week.
I can't stress enough how good of a value that the premium YouTube is and the VIP. I'm telling you, for football season, it's ridiculous. So I would jump on it if I had the opportunity, because if you just do the simple math, even if you don't buy picks, even if you don't bet that much on a game, I don't know, thousands of people watch my halftime shows, and my late halftime shows on Sundays will be premium and VIP member only. So I think based on that alone, it's worth the price of admission. I think last year, if you watched a halftime show, you probably paid for 5 years of the thing. And, I think it's been pretty good overall. It's one of those products that it's like, I've been doing this a long time. And even on the free picks, if you get the free picks wrong, you could be giving out 10 team parlays, right? And hit 1 out of every 6, and people will still complain. So, and you don't hear any complaints about the premium and VIP. So that just tells you how strong the product is. I think sometimes, it's always easier to leave a bad review than a good review. So take the premium for a test drive. Really, it will at minimum, you'll pay for itself, and it's like you guys will be stoked. Trust me. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. But anyways, got a few more games left here. I think I've been winning my premiums. I must be on the leaderboard. I don't check it, you know. It's like, it's kind of like there's certain things I don't look, right? It's like you don't want to look. Like my wife pays all the bills around here, right? 'Cause I don't want to look at it.
You're number 2, I think.
Number 2. I lost yesterday, but it seems that what's happened is that the losing days that I've had recently, I've been able to really mitigate the losses. Like, you know, I'll lose like $60, you know, like yesterday. I went 1-2, but I had all dogs, and so I lost $60. You know, the 2 games I lost yesterday, I got slaughtered though. I got slaughtered. The Giants and the Diamondbacks, those were what we call the channel changer games, right? Where it's like you're losing so bad, you just change the channel. It's like you got no chance. It's like you're not even watching the games. You're watching them out of the corner of your eye. You still want to change the channel. It's like so bad. It was like I knew I wasn't going to win. You know, I knew it. The Diamondbacks had some chances early. They didn't get them, and it was like, I'm going to lose.
Yep, that was my loss yesterday.
And the Giants, terrible. Go to a couple of these night games. We've got Corey Kluber returning to the hill for the Yankees up against the LA Angels with Jose Quintana I saw penciled in there to start. I don't know if he's still going.
Right? That could be ugly. He would still be going.
Well, Corey Kluber.
Yeah, that can't be.
Corey Kluber's had some injury problems in recent years.
Yep.
That'd be a game I want to look at the VIP show. With it doesn't seem like the line's right. I can't imagine minus 145 Yankees with Quintana on the mound. But
yeah, signing up for the premium, there's like some kind of weird YouTube glitch. I don't know what it is, but you can't like sign up for it on your phone. You can watch it on your phone, but it's like the sign up process on the phone doesn't seem to work right. I don't know if you could sign up for it on your phone. I think you just can't upgrade on your phone. Isn't that what it is?
I'm curious if you send a link, like if there's a link, right? So if you send a link to someone on their phone, can they sign up?
Let's try it.
I don't know.
Let's try it. I can get the link right now. I'll post it in the comments. Let's see what the hell happens here. Invite viewers to join your channel. Copy.
Because I know I've had a couple of our viewers message and ask and be like, "Hey, do you have a link where I can sign up?"
I do.
So then I sent a link.
Oh.
Yeah, I saved the link and it's in my phone permanently, so I can just send it.
Yeah, so he sent the link, so then I saved it now, and then I do the same. So if somebody asks, and it's like, here's the link. Here's the sign up.
Yeah, Kluber, they're saying he's going to get 75 pitches, but what we've seen from him in recent years is that, well, it's about 75 pitches a season, so we're not really sure exactly what's going to happen with Kluber tonight, but we'll see. It'll be definitely interesting. Definitely interesting.
Can't mute the garbage truck that's coming up.
Well, here's the thing. So the other day, I went into my mailbag and I talked about a guy who hammered me because I told the story about it when I was at a boxing match and I was sitting in a former president's seat, something like that. And he kind of hammered me that I was like a supporter of this person. But actually, the same guy wrote me an email back. He said he went back and listened to it after we went into our little tirade on the show, that he went back and listened to it. And he said that he was wrong and he apologized. So we're all good, you know. And, yeah, we don't do it.
It takes a big man to admit if you made a mistake.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I do it all the time. You know, I have like, you know, when I used to drink, I think that I would just start the morning by calling everybody I went out with and apologizing. Even though I probably didn't have a reason to, you know, I just start the morning doing that.
Right? Been there, done that. Are we good? We're good? Yeah, you're good. Oh, yeah.
I like to look at my phone to see if I made any mistakes the night before, like in a text message.
Yeah, the premium picks didn't win yesterday, but I think it's in sports betting, it's not about winning one day and all that other stuff. It's about the long-term product, right? So that's really what it comes down to. No?
Yep. It's a difference. It's never good to lose, but giving out a plus 150 winner that doesn't win compared to minus 150 or minus 180 or whatever the number is.
I know over the last week, I hit at least two dogs on the premium show that were better than 150. I hit one that was plus 180. I could believe
Harvard in homer yesterday. Everybody in the Phillies popped up.
I hit one that was better than plus 180. I know that much. And I hit another one that was 170 range. We lost Brian again. There he is. He's back. But anyways, let's get to these games. We will start with Rod. Go ahead.
How far down did we go to?
Just the Yankees, rest of the night, Yankees, Angels, Diamondbacks, Padres. Just those two.
Well, for me, those ones, I like the over in the Diamondbacks and Padres game. Chris Paddock has not been good. And Gilbert, I think he gives up a few runs as well. I like the over in the Padres and Diamondbacks. I think we see a whole lot of runs. It opened at 9. It's up to 9.5. I don't think 9.5 is enough. Give me the over 9.5 on that one. Tons of runs.
Yeah, if you click if you click on the link for the premium or in VIP, I could put a link where you can check it out, and also in the comments. This way, you can check it out for yourself. And it's like, if you have any questions, I'm Mitch@pickdogs.com. I'm super easy to reach. I'm super busy these days, but I always will answer you. But if you click on, if you click that link that I posted, it should give you all the information that you need. If it doesn't, well, we can always update it. It would be helpful if you guys would tell me. Anyways, let's switch to Brian. What do you think here?
For me, I think Paddock's an overpriced dumpster fire here. I mean, it's minus 185 to minus 175 to play the Padres here, who aren't really setting the world on fire. Gilbert has been solid in his small amount of starts. I'm a little worried that Arizona's back from their road trip, first game back. But as far as these two games go, I'd lean towards Arizona here and plus money.
I'm on the Yankees. One of the rare times I can say it. I think even if Kluber doesn't go, if it's Jose Quintana, I don't know how you can bet against that. Betting against Quintana. It's just, it's an American institution. It's a way of life. It is the way things are meant to be. If I can't bet against Quintana, who can I bet against? That's what I have to say about that one.
I would think that line would be minus 180 though, if it's actually Quintana.
I'm a little worried about the San Diego Arizona game. I don't it's like Gilbert's good, and he's pitched at home. I think he's only got the one home outing, right? And he pitched a no-hitter. Paddock, it's like, he's one of those guys. It's like, if I bet against him, I always lose. If I bet on him, I always lose. I think I should just avoid Paddock games. That's really what it comes down to.
He hasn't been good.
He hasn't been good. Diamondbacks, long way home from Philly last night.
Yep.
Madison Bumgarner. I don't think they've gotten one run when he's pitched. I don't think they've scored one run for him in his last two games.
No.
We head on out to the West Coast. Wow, a lot of late games, right? It's a short schedule, but a lot of late games.
Yeah, a lot of late games. 5, 6.
A lot of late games.
Almost half of them are late.
Almost half. Got Corbin Burns against Johnny Cueto at Oracle. Line dropper. Got Seattle against Houston. Chris Flexen. You look at Flexen, and it's kind of like you really thought his numbers were going to drop, but they haven't. Oh, man. I'm starting to see I'm starting to see 14s on that game, which the opposition might rhyme with Semple. I gotta get that one in. I mean, I think you're good there, but it's like at the same time, it's like I'd rather be there at 14 than 14 and a half or 15.
Yeah, if you know you're going to bet it, you might as well put it.
I'm betting. There, you've convinced me.
It's just with our
took a lot of prodding. I know.
Putting out picks, we have to wait a little
Took
bit.
A lot of prodding.
We don't want to screw anybody.
Took a lot of prodding. My head is going in about 8 different directions this week, but I'm still very excited about college football. So, anyways, Giants, Brewers, Mariners, Astros, and then the Dodgers and the Braves. How about the Braves scheduling, right? They had the Yankees, the Giants, and now the Dodgers.
Right.
And my guess is that they're on the West Coast, so they're probably going to play the Giants again, right, at San Francisco. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but normally that's the way that it goes. So when East Coast teams go west, let's see what they say here on our friends at.
I'm looking forward to the Dodgers-Giants series.
There's only Colorado after the Dodgers,
but there's only 3 games. Yeah, they don't play. They don't play the Giants there. What happens is that in the middle of September, they come back and play San Francisco. Oh man, that is a brutal road trip. They have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 in a row on the West Coast, starting on September 17th for the Braves. So if another team in the East actually does wake up, how about Noah Syndergaard comes off the injured list, gets COVID?
It's COVID.
It's like,
Jesus, why didn't he get it before?
Hey, how about the Mets management ripping into the players for going after the fans?
What did the guy do? Just give a thumbs down? That's a big deal.
I know the game was 13.5. 13.5 was the open on that game on the team that rhymes with Krempel.
Crumple.
Who could it be? Who could it be? When you buy the VIP, how long do you get the subscription? No, the VIP is for a month. Plus, if you buy the VIP membership, you get a free consensus report. You just email me, Mitch@pickdogs.com. I give you a free month of the consensus report, which is $50 on its own. I got some other stuff. Plus, we have another capper joining us for the VIP. And I promise you're going to like them. I promise. Brian, what's the over under on the likes versus dislikes on the new capper?
I think we'll get more likes with this person.
I think so too. And I also
think
definitely
over.
I like the over. And I also think that if we ask people to hit the like button with this person, I bet more people hit the like button too. So be sure to hit the like button. But I'm excited. We got a few new cappers that are joining us, but we have one that's going to be integral part of our video here at Pick Dogs for the weekend shows, and then a big part of what we're going to do at Sports Chat Place. Basically, take over as the hammer at Sports Chat, which we need. Anyways, what do you think about these games, Rod? We'll just stay all together here because it's old school.
All right, for me, this one I like the Brewers here. Giants off the road trip. First game back at home here. Burns has been lights out on the road. 5-0, 1.87 ERA. So how can you not? Team's won his last 7 starts, 9-1 in their last 10 starts when he starts. So give me the Brewers over the Giants. First game back at home. You know how it goes. Give me the Brewers in that one. And you look, Luis Garcia, his last 2 starts versus Seattle, he's lost both of them. So we go for it again? Nah, I'm going to take Houston. I think Houston wakes up and beats up on Seattle today. Give me the Astros on the run line. Because they flexing won't be flexing nothing. Give me the Astros over the Mariners in that one.
So the VIP show happens around 5:30 p.m. Eastern time. It runs about 20 minutes or so. We might have to move it back to 5:20 with a 4th person. We'll have to see how it goes, but it's 5:30. It's kind of a mini version of this show. We try and keep it just picks, but sometimes we get sidetracked with some key statistics and stuff like that, especially as we see the money moving throughout the day. So that's what's on. Brian, what do you think of these late games?
Don't love them, but I think there's an opportunity here with the Dodgers and Braves. At first glance, I was thinking Dodgers, but I think the way to go in this one is Braves plus the 1.5. I'll worry a little bit about the Braves here because they just got done with a big series against the Giants, and now they're going to play the Dodgers here. But I just see this as a one-run game, and they're really begging you to take the Dodgers here at the payout of only just minus 105 to back the Dodgers at a 1.5. So I think the play here is take Smiley and the Braves at plus 1.5 and hold your breath.
I like the Braves here, too, in this grouping. That's what I'm going to take. I'm going to take them just straight on the money line because it's a light card, and I'm a degenerate gambler to begin with. But I just think that, that's the way I'm going to roll it. It's not a game that I love, so I'm just going to bet it anyway. I don't care. It's not a lot, It's Monday. I lost yesterday. It's like I'm going to chase a little bit, and that's probably a good spot where I can make up some ground the fastest. It's one of those days where it's like I had 3 premium picks. I didn't bet any of the NFL games. I didn't bet any games outside of my premium picks. So I really didn't lose that much money, but it just felt dirty,
I think we messed up on the Jags game, though. I think we could have made a lot of money on that one because the Cowboys are just brutal.
Oh, they're terrible. But the thing is, the one that got me was the Indians, right? So I had the Indians. I thought I was going 0-3. I was all depressed. I was, sulking. Doing a little sulking because the game was rain delayed, so it went like late, right? And it's like then they can't do anything, and it's like, oh man. Then they came back. It's just like, when you get that as the one that you win, and it's the last one of the day, it's kind of like, oh man, I'm still got the good vibes going, right? Even though you had a losing day, you still kind of have the good vibes going because you get that kind of win, and it's kind of those are the games that carry over, like that Eagles Seahawks game. It haunted me for the entire year, it's haunted me for 6 months. I didn't come out of it until about a month ago. I mean, a little bit during March Madness, but I made during March Madness only because March Madness, and then recently. But that Eagles Seahawks game, that thing left a mark on my mojo. What kind of defense
that was one of my favorite games of the year.
What kind of defense was that on the 2-point conversion?
The Hail Mary and the 2-point conversion, that was awesome.
I mean, the 2-point conversion, they just stood there. They just stood there on defense. They didn't even try and tackle. I mean, they didn't even.
Anyway, that was my hallmark win of the year. Had it all the way.
That was the worst loss I've ever taken in my life. Not financially, but just in general. That one, the 2 losses, well, there's 3 losses there's that one now, but I have 2 other losses that sit with me forever. The Northwestern Ohio State game where they tried the pitch back, and the ball goes in the end zone. Ohio State falls on it for a touchdown to cover as with no time left on the clock. That one was brutal. And then, of course, the all-timer was, the UCLA-Utah game where they changed the score in the middle of the night and regraded bets, and I didn't cash my ticket. It was like...
That would be madness.
Oh, yeah. I was in Vegas. I was in Vegas, and it's like they, I'm not the type of guy that, I win my bet, I go run into the window to cash it. I kind of just...
Yeah,
I catch this in the morning when I started when it's tomorrow, right?
It's kind of like when I have the chance, I go back unless it's one of the ones where I know I'm gonna have to fill out a form, for like IRS ticket. Then it's like I kind of just bite the bullet, get it over with. See if it's not crowded, I go up. Usually when you're cashing an IRS ticket, there's nobody else at the window cashing with you, right? It's like you're really a loner on those, right? So you hit one that pays like that, it's like. That's like a big superfecta or something, trifecta, superfecta. I miss the horses and stuff. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I don't get to do here. Go to the track. Anyways, we got parlay time. We will go back to some Zoom action for the parlays. And Rod, what do you got?
For me, we're going to go with nice little money line 3-teamer. We're going to go the Rays on the money line, Brewers on the money line, Astros on the money line. Parlay those 3 up today.
Brian?
For me, it's just a 2-game parlay today. I'm going to take the St. Louis Cardinals on the money line and the Atlanta Braves plus the 1.5. Parlay those 2 up for a nice little payout.
St. Louis Cardinals.
For me,
that was my first pick of the day.
For me, I'm going to go with the.
I thought you said Nationals.
I'm going to go with the. I'm going to go with the Toronto Blue Jays, the over in the Blue Jays game, and the over in the Red Sox Rays game is mine. So, going to lean on the Jays game a little bit. So if you're leaving anything out, if you just want to do a 2-teamer, I would do the over in the Jays game, the over in the Red Sox Rays game. 2 American League East battles. Going at it. Anyways, thanks everyone for joining us. It feels weird with the little. I think Mondays are always light cards, right? Even when it's like the busiest time of the year, Monday's always kind of like that light day. So
this isn't bad compared to what we've had, though.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Yeah, but there weren't a lot of quality games. I don't think on this one.
No,
Monday, but
it's games.
It's games. It's better than nothing.
There's one thing that 2020. There's one thing that 2020 did for us, right? It made us grateful that there's games at all, and it made us really hate cardboard cutout fans and canned sound noise.
Oh my God! You should take a look at North Carolina, Virginia Tech. That line's looking interesting.
I already saw it. It looks funny to me, though. Because Carolina returns their entire offensive line and their quarterback.
I think they go under their season total of wins this year.
Carolina?
I think Miami goes in and knocks them off.
Carolina? They return their entire offensive line as a unit and their quarterback. And Mac Brown is one of the best recruiters in all of college football. So you got to figure they're going to be stacked. So, I don't know, man. Virginia Tech, their quarterbacks, they had 3 quarterbacks, right? So Hooker transferred to Tennessee. And they're left with the guy who's the worst of the bunch. Right? So it's like, how about the UCF against Boise game? So Gus Malzahn is now at UCF. Heupel's at Tennessee, and it's like Heupel goes to Tennessee. He was terrible last year at UCF. It's horrible. He goes to Tennessee, and now Gus Malzahn, who has the best record against Nick Saban of any head coach in college football, goes to UCF. But UCF, while they have the athletes there, do they have the guys at the right position to run Gus Malzahn's offense? Because he's way better with a Nick Marshall, Cam Newton quarterback than he is with the drop-back passer, right? He's not going to be able to get it done with a drop-back guy. He gets it done. Nick Marshall, Cam Newton are his guys. So, I don't know. Boise loses their head coach, but Hank Bachmeier's back at QB. And, you got to think that, the last 3 Boise head coaches have all been pretty successful. Dan Hawkins, Chris Peterson, and Hartline, right, who got Gus Malzahn's job at Auburn.
And over the years, they're always worth a look first couple weeks.
Boise?
I remember, what year did they play Florida State, Boise State?
They're always better at home. Yeah, what's the, I didn't plan on talking college football, but while we're here, to me, how about this East Carolina App State game? We're already getting down and dirty. Now we're in college football because it's like we're into the down and dirties, right? But it's like, so App State, right? They have a defense. Their defense is as good as, I think, so App State, their defense is like, they could play in one of the major conferences with that defense, right? ECU, though, I don't know. They got that offense, the kind of the backdoor cover guys, and App State.
Right?
App State's not a really good cover team. They're really good at winning games because of the defense, right? It's like,
I think if it falls below 10, I think it goes to 10, then you got to worry. But this 10.5 number is right for a backdoor prime.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I mean, this is what I said. It's not at App State. It's a neutral site game. This is like, this is already, we're in the down and dirty, college football, the square ugliness, right? The square, like,
see, I love games like East Carolina, App State. Those are my type of games.
Oh yeah, I'm living it. You kidding? It's Monday. The game's 4 days. I'm talking about it. It's like, I mean, these are the ones. Those are the ones. USF, NC State, Bowling Green, Tennessee. I think is the toughest game on the card for Thursday.
You would think Tennessee would roll them, but they've had a history of just choking in games like.
Also, it's Heupel. It's Heupel's first game, right? And then, so they got Hooker from Virginia Tech, who's terrible, right? And, I don't know who the quarterbacks. They have a bunch of quarterbacks on that team. Bunch. Tennessee. The Friday games, yeah, you got the Virginia Tech, UNC. You got ODU, Wake, and I guess ODU is terrible this year. Duke and Charlotte. And Charlotte's been pretty good recently. Remember they had all those games canceled last year? I had them like against, North Carolina, and then the game got canceled. It was like, I was all excited about it. They were getting like 2 in that game. It was like, I thought they had a chance. It was kind of like the real trap game. And then Northwestern against Michigan State has been just a dumpster fire. But the line dropped from 6 to 3 in that game. Halved.
Yeah.
98% of the money on Michigan State, who is a super public team. I mean, super public. So
maybe you can get a nice number with Northwestern closer to the Friday. Get them at 3.
I mean, doesn't Indiana at Iowa seem a little bit too easy? I mean, doesn't seem just a little too easy? I don't know.
Well, it seems too easy to go the other way.
I know, but it's like
that's
that Indiana quarterback is really good, right? Same kid.
Yep.
He's really good. And it's like he's going to be healthy for this game, obviously.
And that's your favorite head coach.
I know, but it's like this one is like it has to be like a no play for me.
That's tough too because that line dropped.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I don't understand how I was favored, to be honest with you.
Somebody knows something.
Somebody knows something. Yeah, well, now you're at 3. Now you're at 3 in that game, and it's you're at 3 there, and that's the home field, right, in football with the fans. Yeah. It's the 3. So you're right. You're at that number 3 in the hook.
Almost
you can't lay the hook if you're on Iowa. You cannot lay the hook there.
You cannot know.
You cannot lay. I think if Iowa wins, it's like a 2-point game. Right?
I can see us arguing about this on Saturday.
You like Iowa?
I haven't even looked into the game, but just on first glance, Iowa would be something I would like because it doesn't make any sense to me. So
yeah, somebody knows something.
But the thing that you have to look at here, and my wife always says, I say no, too much. But the thing is that Iowa minus 4.5 is where it opened. Now it's at 3. So the line doesn't make sense to a lot of people. I mean, the line's moved, 1.5 already.
Yeah, I think all the smart guys jumped on Indiana and got that good number.
Got that really good number.
It's going to middle somewhere.
Yeah, that field goal is the problem there.
Because it could easily end on a field goal. Then you get a push.
I think if you wait closer to Saturday, you'll see it at -3. We'll see what happens.
All right, here's an interesting one. San Jose State against USC. 14.
I'd probably be in on San Jose State because the USC usually has trouble early on in the year. San Jose State didn't look terrible. I mean, they're scrappy.
Well, Starkel. That was the best team they ever had.
It wouldn't shock me if they knocked them off, beat them outright. Really.
They beat Boise last year, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
USC usually chokes.
They're like slow starters, like USC. Usually they take a little bit to get rolling, but
get the engine going.
Rod, should we get Brian going here? Should we really
take San Jose State money line?
Really get them going here? How about this Clemson-Georgia game?
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Clemson. I hate Clemson, but might end up going Clemson in that one. We'll see. I hate Clemson, though.
All right. Well, we'll talk plenty of college football. We're gonna have extra guests on, as well.
I'm excited.
They're already posting the schedule for the following week. We got Oregon, Ohio State on September 11th. That should be a beauty of a beauty. Last year they were supposed to play at Oregon. The game was canceled, so this year it's at the Shoe. Noon kickoff for a West Coast team. Noon Eastern time kickoff on a West Coast team, which is always crap. But Oregon's stacked. They are stacked, and Ohio State is stacked. This is like a possible national championship preview. Notre Dame 19.5 over Toledo. Air Force. Penn State.
I could see Florida State knocking off Notre Dame in the first week.
Iowa State. Washington, Michigan. Oh, man, I love college football. All right, thanks, everyone, for joining us. Let's make it a winning day. We appreciate each and every one of you. Be sure to hit the thumbs up. I'm going to try like crazy to act more professional tomorrow.